Hello and welcome to Selhurst Park, the home of Premier League side Crystal Palace for this summer's Play with a Legend tournament event. With the COVID-19 pandemic having a detrimental effect on football up and down the country for the past 18 months, what better way to welcome fans back to football than to give them a chance to play side by side with their Palace heroes of yesteryear on the hallowed Selhurst turf. Today's legends leading the teams with over 400 appearances for the Eagles between them are Clinton Morrison, Matt Jansen and Darren Ambrose. With the teams itching to get going after being locked out of the Selhurst sanctuary for such a long time, we prepare for a tournament that promises 6 games of entertaining action here in London, starting with Team Janssen in the sky blue taking on Team Ambrose in the red strip. Foster again makes up for his earlier error, and it's a delightful ball up to the striker Cook, and now maybe Team Ambrose might be on the back foot here as Team Janssen look to break through the left hand side, and it's a shot that comes in from Dominic Shepherd, and it's very well saved from Jamie Taylor-Card, pushing it round his right hand post is Foster. Norton trying to make something happen, but the attack breaks down again. But here they come again, Team Janssen down the right flank with Cook. Cook taking on Upal and getting the ball across. Might come for Norton to hit one into the bottom corner. Really composed finish from Paul Norton to open the scoring here in the first game and the Play with a Legend event at Selhurst Park. And it's Team Janssen who get the first goal of the tournament. And it's a really tidy finish from Paul Norton after fantastic work down the right hand side from Chris Cook. 1-0 here at Selhurst Park. Foster just slipped as he looked to find Johnson, and that allowed Team Ambrose a way through into the penalty area on the right hand side, and a good save from Marsh low at his near post. Well, Team Janssen creating all their own problems at the moment. Team Ambrose will look to punish them now from this set piece. And it comes towards Marsh, who gets it away. Uppel will look to keep it alive. There's Baker on the rebound, who turns it in. Peter Baker equalises for Team Ambrose. The shot came in, it was well parried by Marsh, but straight into the path of Peter Baker, who made no mistake and finished low into the bottom corner. Team Janssen 1, Team Ambrose 1, 30 minutes on the clock. Mortimer carrying it forward. Here is Ambrose. Mortimer's retained his position on this near side, the left. Looking to thread a ball in field. Well dealt with by Team Janssen momentarily, but it comes out towards the goal scorer Baker. Floats the ball towards the back post. There's Greville arriving to bullet his header into the bottom corner. And Team Ambrose have turned the game on its head 3 minutes after their equaliser. A fantastic ball into the penalty area by Peter Baker. An absolute peach of a ball right on the money to the back post. It was begging to be nodded home. Greville applied that finish, racing onto it, and Team Ambrose turned the game on its head. And they now lead by 2-1 here at Selhurst Park. Matt Jansen. Shepherd's made the run from fullback. Shepherd's ball into the penalty areas. Well measured, brought down. Is Jansen. Fantastic finish into the top corner. A really, really well-worked goal from Team Janssen to get themselves back on level terms once again. Delightful ball into the penalty area, which was beautifully brought down by Matt Jansen to do the rest, who fired into the top corner. The 43-year-old adding to his goal tally here at Selhurst Park by grabbing another one to get his team back on level terms. It's Team Janssen 2, Team Ambrose 2. Wakefield. Here's Cook now. One-on-one with the centre-back. He's beaten him. Chris Cook bearing down on goal. Challenge comes in from both the centre-backs, and they combine to concede the penalty. Well, Chris Cook has looked to be a live wire, and again, he shows just how much of a thorn he is in the side of this Team Ambrose defence. no other choice but to bring him down, to stop him in his tracks. Chris Cook from 12 yards sends Taylor Card the wrong way and re-establishes Team Janssen's lead. They now lead by 3 goals to 2, and what a fantastic game this is turning out to be. We are being treated to goals galore here at Selhurst Park, and it's Chris Cook with his first of the game from the spot. And now it's Chris Cook who's released down the right flank to turn on the afterburners and take on Aaron Opal. Jansen might fancy it himself. Still with Matt Jansen. Opal got a foot in just to stop him in his tracks momentarily. Slick back heel towards the back post, and who was waiting but Chris Cook to head in his second, Team Janssen's fourth. Matt Jansen with a cute back heel to invite Paul Norton forward towards the byline. Lovely ball to the back post to stand it up for Chris Cook to power his header past Jamie Taylor Card, and Team Janssen now lead by 4 goals to 2. Picked up by Ambrose. A late surge here from his side. Ambrose threads it through to his winger Janssen, who finishes beautifully across the goalkeeper into the far post. Absolutely no chance for Adam Marsh, who's beaten in his near post by a finish of precision by Liam Janssen. 4-3 down now, with 1 goal being the deficit. A glimmer of hope in these final stages for Team Ambrose. Throwing his back towards Taylor Card. And there's the full-time whistle, and Team Janssen hang on to victory in the first game despite the late comeback from Darren Ambrose's men in red. But they succumb to the 4-3 scoreline, and Team Janssen come out victors in the first game of the tournament by 4 goals to 3. Well, the second game of the tournament sees Clinton Morrison's yellow side take on Play with a Legend FC. This event is the 6th that's been held at Selhurst Park, and after a high-scoring affair in the opening game between Team Ambrose and Team Janssen, this game has got a lot to live up to if it's going to continue to rain goals here in London. With Clinton Morrison winning the last Play with a Legend event, he will be desperate to retain his title following the year of football lost to COVID-19. So his trophy defence starts here against Play with a Legend FC, and I'm sure he will expect big things from his side. Here's O'Sullivan. Morrison has made the run past him. Instead he goes to Burrell. Morrison trying to fashion some space for the shots. Instead looks to swing on around the back of the defence for King. Is Burgess turning this way and that. Burgess finds the bottom corner. Well, it was coming, wasn't it? Team Morrison have been the dominant force in these opening 10 minutes, and finally they have their reward. Dale Burgess picked up the loose ball and curled a beautiful effort past Andrew Butler in the Play with a Legend goal, and it's Team Morrison who lead 1-0. Morrison, a delightful ball out towards O'Sullivan. Calls for offside, fall on deaf ears this time. O'Sullivan inside, fantastic save from the goalkeeper, and a clearance off the line to match from Apostolos. Putting bodies on the line here, Team Play with a Legend. Fantastic save from the goalkeeper Andrew Butler to deny Jerry O'Sullivan what would have been a very smart finish. Dispossessed by Rice. Morrison will pick up and hold off the challenge over Hall. Here's Corey King. Makes his way to the byline. He's got Burgess in support if he needs him. Maybe he won't. Corey King! That was travelling. A fantastic block in there by the Play with a Legend back line. O'Sullivan brings it into his body well. Is Burgess. Oh, it's a delightful ball for O'Sullivan to give chase. O'Sullivan Twisting this way and that. Right-footed effort into the bottom corner. Beautifully placed from Jerry O'Sullivan, who for his efforts today does deserve a goal in this game, and he's got it. And a lovely guided finish to match into the bottom corner, and he doubles Team Morrison's advantage. Here's Drew now. Matt Hall. Carroll fancies his chances from distance, looking to lob the goalkeeper, hits the crossbar. Well, it's the closest Play with a Legend FC have come to breaking their own deadlock and getting themselves on the score sheet. And Ben Carroll, so unlucky, saw the goalkeeper a fraction off his line and looked to take full advantage and was not far off at all. And the bar is still shaking. Does well to find Burgess in field. O'Sullivan edges the penalty area, turns away well, looking to skip his way through a bundle of challenges. Might come for King, and there's the full-time whistle. And that brings to an end a very dominant and comprehensive performance from Team Morrison in the yellow strip. So in the second game at this Play with Legend tournament event at Selhurst Park, Team Morrison take the points, winning by 2-0. Following their narrow 4-3 defeat at the hands of the Sky Blues of Team Janssen, Darren Ambrose's Reds are searching for their first victory of the tournament here today against Play with a Legend FC, whose first victory also eludes them after their loss to the dominant Team Morrison. With that in mind, there's everything to play for in the third game of this Play with a Legend event here at Selhurst Park. A fantastic opportunity for one of these lucky fans to make a name for themselves alongside their Palace heroes of yesteryear. Kift and Uppal have made their way forward. It is towards Uppal, who wins the header, clatters against the crossbar and behind to safety. Brilliant header from Uppal. Had to travel a long distance to meet it on the corner of the 6-yard box, and Tussle with his marker just glanced it towards goal and got whatever he could on it and rattles against the crossbar. And a lovely weighted ball out towards the winger, sent into the centre. Headed back towards Johnson. Still alive here. Johnson! What an effort that was. Almost found the bottom corner. Beautifully worked from Team Ambrose. Ambrose now. Ambrose! Not too far away. Looking to add to the 29 goals he already scored in his time as a Crystal Palace player. Delightful ball up towards Boyle. If he can keep his composure, you bet he can. What an explosive finish that is from Joe Boyle to record Play with a Legend FC's first goal of the tournament. And what style to do it in. Absolutely no chance for Jamie Taylor-Card. Something that wouldn't be out of place in the Premier League on a Saturday afternoon. 1-0. Greville, neat little ball in towards the centre midfielder. But again, Team Ambrose are caught napping, and Boyle looking for his second of the game. Not on target this time, just slightly too much on the lob. But Joe Boyle has got his shooting boots on today. And it looks like it's Charlie Kift who's taking responsibility of this one. It's dead centre, 20 yards from goal. 4-man wall. Up he steps Kift, and the wall does its job. And it's a penalty. Ollie Drew just being drawn into the challenge on the right-hand side of the penalty area. And he's provided Team Ambrose with an avenue back into this contest. And it'll be Liam Johnson seeking his second goal of the tournament. Up he steps, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Very convincing penalty. Excellent spot kick from Liam Johnson. Powered into the corner with precision. And Team Ambrose back on level terms. With Liam Johnson looking for the second of the game. Although the goalkeeper's throw out is intercepted by Dawkins. Greville thought about the effort. Instead touches and looks to bend it towards that far corner. And it's another fantastic save from Andrew Butler. Sprung away to his left-hand side and got a big left palm on it to turn it round his left-hand post. It's their one last sting in the tail. 1-1 here in the third play with a legend game at this tournament. It's a long ball over the top looking for Jansen, who between the defender and the goalkeeper did just enough to keep him out. And that's the final action of the third game of the tournament, which ends with the honours shared. Team Ambrose 1, Team Play with a Legend 1. The fourth instalment of this year's Play with a Legend event tournament at Selhurst Park sees Team Morrison take on Team Janssen. With both sides having won their first fixtures, the result of this one will have significant repercussions for the result of the tournament. Can Clinton Morrison put his side in the driving seat and in with a firm chance of retaining the title, or will Matt Jansen's side continue their fine form in front of goal to breeze past the impressive yellow outfit? And we're underway in the fourth game of the round robin here at Selhurst Park, as Matt Jansen's side immediately go on the offensive down the left flank with Dominic Shepherd. Here's Cook. Cook fashions time and space for the effort and curls it beautifully into the bottom corner. And it's the dream start for Matt Jansen's side in the sky blue strip, as Chris Cook adds to his 2 goals already in the tournament. This time it's beautifully curled into the bottom corner. 1-0. Be picked up by Matt Jansen. He's got runners ahead of him. Challenge comes in though. And again, Team Morrison flying up the gears now. Really mounting the pressure on this sky blue side. O'Sullivan. King makes the run, but it's just blocked off. O'Sullivan still. Here's Rice. Drills it low and finds the bottom corner. There's the equaliser for Team Morrison's side. 2 early goals in the opening 10 minutes mean that we're all square here at Selhurst Park. And back on level terms, 1-1.
Number 11, Jamie Rice.
Morrison, fantastic touch into Rice, who can burst forward into space now. The goal scorer, Jamie Rice. King fancies on his left foot, off the bar. So unlucky from Corey King. Almost a showstopper of a goal to give his side the lead and turn the game on its head. It's a loose ball by Tompkins. It's picked up by the legend Morrison. Slick work by Burgess to find Rice. Ball looking for O'Sullivan. Didn't quite find the striker. And the back pass. Not enough on that, unfortunately, from Ben Foster, and Adam Marsh is forced into the challenge and concedes the spot kick. Dominic Burrell, the striker, who, with the striker's instinct, would want the penalty, has had it taken off him by the centre-back, Sean Lavery. Lavery then from 12 yards. Fantastic penalty. Fantastic composure from the centre-back. Clean, composed, measured penalty. Rolled it into the bottom left-hand corner. Gave Adam Marsh the eyes, who remain motionless as Team Morrison. Now they lead Team Janssen by 2 goals to 1. It's King across there to take. Floated in, it's inviting. And it's in. And it's the centre-back, McFerrin. Both centre-backs with goals to their name. First with Lavery from the penalty spot, and this time McFerrin with his head. And Team Morrison now lead by 3 goals to 1 and might just be out of sight. Cook looking to inspire Team Janssen to a comeback. Here is Matt Jansen. Jansen, deflection over the crossbar, will be a corner kick. As Matt Jansen and Clinton Morrison, the 2 opposing legends, just trade a few gesturing words. Burgess, first time ball looking for King. And he's found him. King looking to escape his defender in the penalty area. El Noor. Burgess turns away well. Is there a finish to match? Of course there is. Dale Burgess grabs his 2nd of the tournament. And what a finish that is. Just use the ball, let the ball do the work as he turned away fantastically. And finished low into the bottom right-hand corner with his left foot. And Team Morrison surely now take all 3 points. With just a minute remaining on the clock, Dale Burgess puts the cherry on top with a show-stopping finish. And there's the full-time whistle as Team Morrison, the dominant Yellows, go marching on with 4-1 victors, and Clinton Morrison is a step closer to retaining his Play with a Legend title. After suffering their first defeat of the tournament at the hands of Clinton Morrison's dominant Yellow side, Matt Jansen's men will be desperate to get back to winning ways against a Play with a Legend White team that are yet to register a win in their opening 2 games. In the penultimate fixture of the Play with a Legend tournament, can Matt Jansen's side put themselves back in the running for the title with a win against the Whites, or will it be Clinton Morrison's to lose in their final encounter with Team Ambrose later on? Jansen turns well. Still Matt Jansen throwing the ball through towards Shepherd. Good save from Andrew Butler, who's been fantastic between the sticks for Team Play with Legend, displaying his worth once again. Shepherd may be in again here and has the ball in the net, but the offside flag is raised on that far side to deny Shepherd, who beat the goalkeeper on this occasion but couldn't beat the offside trap. Foster. Here is Mills. Under pressure from Hall. And Hall's won the ball way up the field for his side. Hall into the penalty area and headed home by Ben Carroll. And Team Play with the Legend capitalise on the high press. A peach of a cross right on the money for Ben Carroll to nod home. Chris Cook looking to get the better of Chris Reed, but Reed stood strong just to nick the ball in front of him and roll it back to his goalkeeper. Meanwhile, Boyle forced wide on the left-hand side. He's got Carroll in the centre. Here is Carroll. Back to goal. Boyle. Still Boyle. Pulls it back towards Sketchley, who prods his effort wide. What a chance for the Whites to bury the game. Matt Jansen winding back the years, and that is that. The full-time whistle brings to an end both sets of players' experience here at Selhurst Park. What a fantastic opportunity they've had. But in the penultimate game here, it's finished Team Janssen 0, Team Play with a Legend FC 1, and they take the victory thanks to the solitary goal from Ben Carroll. With Team Janssen succumbing to a 1-0 defeat to Team Play with a Legend in their final game, the Yellows are victorious and Clinton Morrison retains the title. Despite that, there is still 30 minutes of action to play here as Team Ambrose are desperate to leave their mark on Selhurst Park and take their first 3 points of the tournament and make themselves the Morrison party poopers. Burgess, McFerrin opts. Best option is to just clear his lines up to Burrell. Kift is there. Ambrose, Johnson, neat into play. Greville now. Space to measure the through ball towards Johnson. Terrific turn and a terrific save. Well, he hasn't been called into action too much today, but when it mattered, he pulled the goods out the bag. O'Sullivan can't get his foot on it. Burgess can. And offloads to O'Sullivan on the left-hand side. Burgess. Morrison has made the burst through the centre. Here is Clinton Morrison. Rice. And to place it, Gray on the follow-up. Breaks the deadlock and gets his first goal of the tournament. And just looks what it means to Phil Gray to score on his hallowed Crystal Palace turf. That's what it's all about here at Play with a Legend. Making dreams come true. And he embraces his hero, Clinton Morrison. Phil Gray with the tap-in. The initial shot from Rice. It was a terrific save from Taylor Card, but he could do nothing but push it into the path of the grateful Phil Gray, who celebrates like he's won the World Cup, and who can blame him? The deadlock is broken. It's Team Morrison with the first goal and Phil Gray with the breakthrough. O'Sullivan Looking for the give and go with Burgess. Terrific play from Burgess. Look at that determination from the number 4. And O'Sullivan's away. And the afterburners have been turned on. Away from Kift. O'Sullivan to seal it. Rolls it past Taylor Card into the bottom corner. Well, Gray provided the jab. And O'Sullivan may have just provided the knockout punch for Team Morrison. And it might just be 3 wins from 3. And it's Jerry O'Sullivan. 2 goals to the good. And no looking back. Burgess. O'Sullivan points to where he wants Gray to go. Opal. Ambrose. Is there one last flourish from his side? 4 red shirts up in support. One of them is charging alongside him. Here he goes. And wide. So unlucky. His hands are on hips. Team Ambrose fully deserve a goal from their performance in this one. 4 yellow shirts up in support. Can he pick the right pass? El Noor. Morrison round the corner for Gray. Still Gray. Goes down in the penalty area. Morrison picks up the pieces. Still with Morrison. And El Noor. It trickles in. Team Morrison have their 3rd. And that's game, set, match and tournament for Team Morrison. And it's Mustafa El Noor who puts the final nail in the Team Ambrose coffin. It wasn't pretty, but Team Morrison won't care. 3-0 to Team Morrison. And that's the trophy well and truly back in the hands of Clinton Morrison. And there's the final whistle, and there you have it, a thrilling end to another Play with a Legend event here at Selhurst Park. A fantastic opportunity grasped by both hands, by all fans and legends involved. We had goals, we had tackles, we had drama, and this event in London had it all. In the end, the title goes to a dominant Clinton Morrison side. 3 wins from 3 and deserving winners. Well done to all involved, to Team Janssen, Team Ambrose and the players with Play with a Legend FC. That's all from us here at Play with a Legend this year. Look out for our events in the coming year to have the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play with a legend at your dream stadium.